What's up, man? What's your name?
Hey, name's Joshua Williams.
What's up, Josh? How are you?
Decent. How about you?
Good, good, good. I
Good.
like your shirt.
Appreciate it. Wanted to ask you about your main selling point. Women deserve less.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hit on the first couple chapters of the Bible, Genesis 1 through 5.
Yeah, if you could go through it quick, though, because we don't want to do a Bible study here, man. We got to keep it moving. But yeah, go ahead.
I personally believe that
You're religious. Oh man, okay, religion doesn't save you guys, okay? Most women aren't religious, so unless you just going to different churches and finding different women, then like that's what I'm saying, like religion's not gonna save you anymore. You knowing how you knowing the what women like when religion was prominent and everybody was supposed to be reading their Bible and you're not supposed to be shaking ass, like then you could use this excuse of, well, in the Bible this says, yeah, it sure does, but guess what? Motherfuckers ain't reading that shit no more. And then what about the niggas who don't read the Bible? What the fuck they gonna do? So it's like religion only saves that religion.
if we can, that the Bible is the center point of all life because it is God's divine word, and that the shirt only Jesus. When you focus on Jesus and you have Jesus centered on everything, not necessarily Jesus first, but Jesus centered, everything is going to change. Your whole life is going to change. Your whole ideology is going to change everything. So I want to focus on Jesus' creation, his perfect creation, when he created male and female. When you see all of his other creation, he says
Damn, Josh.
that he saw that
Get to the fucking point.
the day and night he saw good. He saw it well. But when he talks about creation, man and female, he says it is very good. He takes it to another level that humankind, his creation of man and woman is much different than the rest of his creation, and that they are created in God's image.
Okay, Josh, what's the point?
So, being that they're both created in God's image, both man and female, how do you say that women deserve less when they're both created in God's?
Okay, how about this? I'm about to hit you with one of the Bible verses that you did not say. One of the Bible verses, God said he created Eve as a help me to Adam. He didn't say he created Eve to go make her own business and figure out who she was and learn different like he didn't say that. He said help Adam. That's it. So all your job is to do is help Adam. That's it.
Image.
Well, when I
But
say
that's just
that,
the Bible
I mean as
verse
in the man
version.
needs to be the leader, right? And the Bible obviously talks about this too, right? It goes God, man, then woman. My problem is when I say women deserve less, I mean it's vague on purpose, right? Depending on the context that we're talking about here. But in this regard, when it comes to having a family, being married, etc., it means that the man needs to be the leader, right? Now, I think the problem is that a lot of guys go into relationships thinking that their woman is equal to them and they can split the check and all this other stuff. I'm a big proponent of the nuclear family. I don't think women should work. I think men should be bearing that burden. But the problem is that we have this egalitarian mindset where we're telling men to treat their women as equals, and that's just not how it goes. I'm a big proponent. If you have the authority, if you have the responsibility of taking care of her, you should also have the authority over her to tell her what to do.
It's okay.
Because let's be honest here, all the Abrahamic religions know that when you leave a woman to their own devices, they fuck up.
So now, talking about Abrahamic religions, we're going to focus on the Old Testament and how the Old Testament is based on the covenant with Moses and how that the law, the first 5 books of the Bible say that the man is to be the leader, which is
Yeah,
shown
and that's all I'm getting at when I say
which
that.
is shown in Romans. Romans says that, and I may be quoting wrong, so forgive me if I am quoting wrong, but the New Testament says that the husband, the man, is supposed to love his family and his wife the same way that Jesus loved the church.
Yes, but see, we're kind of at the finish line right now. Before we get to that point, you need to identify the women that are even worthy of being a wife. And because I like what you're saying here, right? Like, again, I
Right,
believe in a
niggas-
nuclear
niggas
family,
spin
and I
bars.
think that as a man, it's your job to protect, provide, and provision. But the problem is that most women simply don't deserve that nowadays, right? A lot of girls are promiscuous, bad habits, don't respect male authority, but they want you to wife them up. And I'm telling guys, don't do that. You got to vet women out in the beginning very hard, because thanks to modernity and feminism, what's happened basically is like all the training wheels that society had to keep things in place
Which is what I just said. Religion doesn't save you.
and to keep things in check are gone. We used to have Christianity. We used to have shame. We used to have the church. We used to have strong-knit communities. But now that's all out the wayside. So since we have removed these social training wheels, what's ended up
Safety
happening
nets.
is we have this deregulated sexual marketplace where a lot of women are just not worthy of being a wife. And I want guys to focus on, like, when you do identify the woman that's worthy of being your wife, then obviously you give her the world. I'm not saying not to give her everything, but she has to earn that. And that's the problem, is that we just think that girls should get things for having a vagina.
And this is where the word simp comes in. Somebody idolizing mediocre pussy. Okay? That's literally what I was just telling my that's literally what I was just telling my girl. I'm like, niggas just think I just walk up and say, "What's up, bitch? How you doing? You trying to fuck?" Like, no, I don't do none of that shit. I talk just like this. I be chill. I be calm. If she like, that's what I'm saying. Like, once you talk to so many girls, like, you understand the social cues and shit. If she not feeling it, I walk right away. I don't give a fuck. I go talk to another bitch. Bitch, if I want to talk to a bitch that look like her, I go find a bitch that look just like her if I want to. Like, it's so many females out here. It's to get mad over one is ridiculous. It's fucking it's ludicrous. It's stupid. So it's like, no. You only talk to women who deserve the treatment. If she's talking you crazy, then you hit her with something crazy and go on about your day. You don't got to put your hands on her or nothing like that. If she out of line, you can. That's what I'm saying. Like, you don't. It's not about being a dickhead. It's about the capability of putting your foot down. It's not about always having your foot up somebody's ass. It's about being able to put your foot down, though. But it's the capability of being able to put your foot in somebody's ass. Okay, so it's like, and that's, yeah, like, literally, like I said, that's what we was laughing about, is because I don't have to. It's like I said, it's not about being a dickhead. It's about being able to put your foot down. Okay, that's it. I don't go to bitches be like, I go up to females regularly. Hey, what's up? What's your name? How you doing? Da 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 da. Anything, however I go about it, however I catch them in the day, is however I go about it. But like, it's, yeah, like I said, I'm telling you, it's not about being a dickhead. It's about being able to put your foot down.
And I'm here to say, like, no.
And putting your foot down can consist of what standard you hold, the authority you hold. You have to be able to just showing that you can put your foot down lets them know, okay, this guy can protect me because he's not going to let nobody play around with him because he can put his foot down.
And I would say, to not necessarily add on, but just add on to my point, I say with women that may be deemed as not wife material, I personally feel that that's when you get down on your knees, you pray, and you say, Jesus, help these people. That
Yeah, you can pray for them.
It's just the same way that when Jesus died on the cross, he said, Father, forgive them. They don't.
Sure, you could pray for him. Sure, you could pray for the stripper on the street or the stripper at the nightclub. But would I tell you to go wife her, nigga, after you prayed and not know?
Know what they're doing.
Yeah, look, you could pray for them, but my thing is, let's be honest here, man. Jesus can't even save a lot of these hoes. What makes you think you're going to do it? So that's the reality.
I just feel like I never want to lose hope on humanity, because once you lose hope in humanity, that's when things start going.
Pray for that.
It's not about losing hope. It's about knowing your environment. Go pray, like I said, go pray and donate to your strip. Well, I wouldn't say donate. Go pray. But would I say get in a relationship into a committed relationship with these motherfuckers? No.
Them, but what I'm saying is you don't have to invite that to your house to destroy your household. Pray for her, but like don't let her. Look, one of the worst things a man can do, and this is going to be taboo, but I'm going to say it. One of the worst things you could do is wife up a whore. So, because wifing up promiscuous women will absolutely destroy your life as a man. So my thing is you could pray for them. Obviously, you wish well upon them, but that doesn't mean you need to invite her into your life where she's in a position where she could utterly destroy you.
Okay.
Especially with the way the family courts are run and the way that child custody works and alimony and everything else like that. Like, guys have to be very cautious and careful with who they marry. And they need to reserve it for the women that are worthy. Because, you know.
And most women just aren't worthy.
Unfortunately, you know, it's not 1955, it's 2025. And women have changed a lot.
Oh, yeah.
A lot. For the worse.
Yeah. I think that just comes back to once you have your family, once you have the wife that God has set aside for you, that's when you lay down the law and you say, as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord.
I agree. I agree. But you got to find the woman that's even worthy of taking that journey with. And what I'm saying is most don't qualify.
And then that's when I feel like you fall into that cycle that you pray. Like,
yeah.
You don't necessarily agree with what they're doing. You may not. Your soul, your flesh, you might not. You might not feel like you really that they deserve prayer. But when you are focused on God and you focus on Jesus, Jesus will lead you to pray for these people. And it may not change, but when you hold out hope and you pray, you change as a person, and people around you see that. Fair. And they recognize that you're different.
Fair enough. All right.
Yeah.
Anybody else?
Thank you.
No worries, man. Thank you.
Religious battle. Oh man, he got to work on his speaking. He talks.
Any other
forever.
takers?